Council meetings are long and boring. Wouldn't it be great if they were short and unboring? This is why I have invented the 5. Make it 10. More than 10 minute meeting. All right. April 16th, City Manager's Report. Interim City Manager Sabrina Cotta says the Ashland overpass lighting is going in this week, and the fence repair has started, near the homeless shelter where there are no longer any homeless. So it's nice to get Christmas presents, even if it's in May. And then helicopter logging is happening this week, and utility billing phone lines are open 5 days a week. And then the public forum. A hairbun girl said, I'm reading a war poem from a girl in Gaza, so she did that. And then a lady with a nose and some earrings says, Israel is genocidal. And then a high school kid said, pass this natural gas ordinance. Another high school kid says, climate crisis isn't going away. And then another high school kid said, pass a ceasefire resolution. And then an old guy in a camel blazer says, we shouldn't annex any land, only build ADUs. And then the 5G guys came and said, this 5G ordinance was disappointing. But that Councilor Dahl, he lied about it engaging with us 5Gers. And then the consent agenda. There's 4 items all approved. This one goes, she goes, so approve those 4. And they're like, yeah, they said, we'll do that. And then this one goes, this one goes, I'm pull that one item, the 3.8% increase in recology contract. That needs to be reviewed. And so City Attorney Doug McGeary said, well, I went, and I think, maybe, bling, 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 plop, bloop, plop, bloop. And then this one goes, City Manager Sabrina Cotta goes, that's fine. We can delay it. And then, so that was all approved. Delayed item. And then, the mayor says, this one goes, she goes, the CDBG, Community Development Block Grants. Let's talk about that stuff. And then Brandon Goldman, head of the planning department, he goes, hey, let me introduce you to the Higgers City Housing lady, Linda Reed. She's a new character in the show. I think she looks a little bit like Linda Carter. I mean, it's funny. I think it's a good one. A Wonder Woman. So she says, we have $179,000 in money to give, and one application for Mazlow is for $18,000 to continue working with the schools. They help kids with troubled families and stuff. And then SunStone Housing wants $140,000 to buy some land, and the housing commissioner says give $20,000 to Mazlow and $120,000 provisionally to SunStone, because this is a new group. So if they screw up, the city can then pull that money back. And so I can't remember who it was moved to give. 18K to Mazlow. Let's say she moved it. Moved to give 18K to Mazlow and 125,000 to this new SunStone thing. And then this one goes, I think we should give Mazlow a 20,000. Crickets. Oh, well, never mind. So it's all approved. Helping kids, 18,000. Pie in the sky, maybe project, 125,000 maybe. And then the Briscoe floor replacement review. Public Works Director Scott Fleury, he's right here, has a contract to replace the asbestos flooring. One contractor bid $180,000. So by the way, the building also needs a new roof, and there's already a contract for that one. And it needs new heating and air, and then maybe needs a new boiler, and it needs new electric. But this is phase 1 of the flooring. It might cost another $180,000 for phase 2 of the flooring. So yeah, there's more to come maybe. And this guy goes, hey, I move to approve that $180,000 for the new floor thing. And this one goes, yeah, let's do that. She goes, this is always part of the project, expected thing to do, grant money, but we're spending, all approved. And then a quick Jim-splaining of the whole project, okay? In 2022, the city received a $1.3 million grant from the state, shout out to Pam Marsh, to fix up Briscoe, specifically the roof, the floor, asbestos mitigation, heating and air. So there's a $560,000 contract already approved for the roof repair. And $11,000 has already been spent on HVAC analysis, whatever that is. And then you add in this $180,000 for the flooring, and Ashland has $487,000 of grant money left to spend on Briscoe. So we're back to Scott Fleury. Public Works, he goes, oh, by the way, quick heads up. Also, the roofing company has just said for a mere $107,000 more, it could add plywood to the roof, and then it would be seismically up to code. And this one says, he goes, hey, how come we didn't know about this plywood thing when we awarded the $560,000 contract. And this one goes, building, and you find stuff out later sometimes. And this guy goes, yeah, well, that happens, especially when your client has deep pockets. Am I right? He didn't say that, but am I right? And then the council nodded and went, yeah, we're good with this plywood thing. So now we're down to $370,000 for the heating and air unit. But wait, there's going to be a phase 2 of flooring. That's another $180,000-ish. So we're down to $190,000 for new heating and air and grant money. So I think we all see where this is going. Money out of our pockets. Hello. And then Mayor says this one. She goes, well, I started the If I Were Mayor contest. Our 2 winners who will go to the state championship are Avalon and Ember. One wrote an essay and one made a poster. They came up, sat in her chair, banged on the gavel. It was very cute. And where can you see their winning entries? Not a single mention of that. It's not on the city website, I checked. And then the biannual supplemental budget request. Finance Director Marion Barry says we got that extra $500,000 in extra interest I talked about. That I hooked up, by the way. Thank you, me. And it's going for helicopter logging. And we have $284,000 in grant money, and we are using $174,000 of that for all public schools to have an air quality monitor for smoke. And that was all approved. And then the Police Association came up with the agreement. That was 3 years of union contract for the cops, all approved from 2023 to 2026. They get 4% yearly pay increase, all approved. And then the Affordable Housing Trust Fund Award. And this one goes, I must recuse myself. And then continuing on. And then Housing Lady, where did she go? Oh, there she is. Wonder Woman says, Linda Reed says 4 groups applied for $410,000 in grant money. Ashland Community Land Trust wants $40,000 to startup money of some sort. And the commissioner says, yeah, that's pretty good, $40,000. And Habitat for Humanity wants $100,000 to about buy land on B Street, I think. And the commission says, yeah, we like that. And then the Habitat for Humanity wants $100,000. Oh, wait, we did that one. OHRA wants $200,000 to just keep doing what they do. And the commission said, how about $150K for that one? And then Sunstone's back. The collaborative says they want $100,000 to buy land from the school district, I think. And the commission says, how about $55,000 for that group right there? And this guy goes, hey, what? Why giving them so little? This Sunstone place. And one of the housing commissioners says, they're just not moving along as quickly as the other ones. And he goes, what? Oh, that can't be. I want to hear from Sunstone. So the Sunstone lady comes up and says, we're trying our best, but it's a slow going, and we have this and that, and honestly, the more she talked, the more it looked like 55,000 was too much. It was a lot of word salad and unknowns. And then this guy goes, hey, where did this money come from? And housing lady Linda Reed says, marijuana tax money. And he goes, I move to approve the 155K split. All approved. The social services grant. Wonder Woman Linda Reed says we offered $140,000 in grant funding and had applications from 12 places asking for over $300,000. So we gave all 12 entities money, but not as much as they asked for. So I'm going to put the list in the description below. It's really long, and I'm just getting along. The whole meeting's getting long, isn't it? All approved. Then the Jackson County Animal Control Service District. So the county wants to create a new tax district for the new county tax, just to pay for the animal control and a new animal shelter. Even though they have $205 million in their contingency fund, that's in a savings account, literally assigned to nothing. And County Commissioner Dodderer says, we run the shelter now, but we don't really fully fund it, and we don't care too much about animals. If we get this money voted on in November, we can hire people who care and build a place that doesn't suck. And then the county health services lady says, I'm in charge of the animal shelter for some reason, and we don't have to take care of cats, by the way, FYI, legally. And there was a donation in 2014 that covered a lot of costs, but we spent all that, and now the county pays $1.2 million a year. And this guy goes, yeah, so what about all that reserve money, that $205 million? And the county attorney steps up and he goes, we might need that for the airport someday, and maybe a new jail and a new courthouse maybe, and there's another $30 million or something. So that $205 million is really, if you think about it, it's really only $20 million. I did not make up that logic. County attorney literally said the $205 million they have in a savings account assigned to nothing is really $20 million if you think about it. Yeah. And then this one goes, what has been the community input? And the county attorney went, oh, this meeting is really the first attempt at any of that. And this guy goes, hey, where did he go? He goes, hey, you have this whole plan. You haven't had a public meeting? And the county attorney goes, yeah, well, when we get all the money, and then we're going to have a public meeting. Those guys. And this guy goes, it looks on this paperwork like the county isn't paying for anything for the first 6 years. And the county attorney goes, that money's going into a fund, and I can send you some clearer documents. There's a public forum. The green jacket lady showed up, said the county has rushed into this without any public input, so say no and let's explore more options. And a white jacket lady said only 3 county commissioners means they didn't have time, and so they skipped public input. Table this. And so, this one says, how many euthanasias happened this month? And the county health services lady, we killed 12, but we're hoping that doesn't happen again. And then this one goes, well, time is up. Any motion? No motion? No decision. Sayonara, county people. It's like watching panhandlers leave their intersection and walk over to their Teslas and drive away. End of meeting, you're welcome.